Comes up. One from the outside, and they're set now for the Full Moon Novice Hurdle. First on the program, the light goes on and they're off and racing now. And they've jumped away with Double Effort, just a little bit slow to move. One of the first to bounce out, World Bank on the inside, and Sir Clint is showing pace, and Rainer Ulrich has Forceful up there handy early. Behind them is Long Sand, followed by Bull and Atazi, and then Cruise Liner over on the outside of Double Effort. Then as they jump the next hurdle, well back in the field, Steamroller didn't jump it well. In about the middle of the field there, Watch My Beat going forward now, followed by Apollo Magic, and back behind those Away. Followed Belsier, who's well back in the field. Tony Frick of Sweden has Trip to Bull settling down third last. Then a long break device like Grip. And at the end of the field is Steamroller. So they turn out of the straight, 2,200 metres left to go. And Conor O'Dwyer from Ireland has taken World Bank to the lead. Rainer Ulrich now moves up for Germany on Forceful into second placing on the outside. And about 3 lengths further back in the field is Watch My Beat moving into third placing, followed by Sir Clint. About 3/4 of a length away, Apollo Magic on the outside when they go to the next hurdle. He was followed by Bull and Atazi, back behind them Long Sand, the Rails, and then Cruise Liner. About a length and a half to Away, racing there on the outside of Double Effort, and back behind them Trip to Bull and Belsier. And then a long break to Vice Like Grip and Steamroller when they jump the next hurdle. And as they go over that one, they've all completed it successfully. 1,600 metres left to go. And Will Back as a narrow leader here. Forceful on the outside, a neck away. About 3 lengths to Sir Clint in third placing, and he's followed then by moving up as Watch My Beat. There's Apollo Magic going forward for France into third and fourth placing now, and they were followed Bull and Atazi. About a length to Cruise Liner and Long Sand together, followed by Away when they jump the next hurdle. Further back in the field then is Double Effort for Shirabu Hoshino. Got into a bit of trouble there, got onto the heels of Away and lost ground. Belsier went round them quickly, making ground. Further back in the field then is Trip to Bull, Tony Frick of Sweden with plenty of work to do. Behind him is Vice Like Grip, who's giving them a long start. That's Derek Byrne of England back second last, and Steamroller last of all. The Frenchman's made a big move around the outside and has taken this Apollo Magic to the lead now. Rainer Ulrich on Forceful, fighting back for Germany. Then 2 lengths to Sir Clint. Bull and Atazi, he's not in the series and has made a strong challenging run at the 800 metre mark. Cruise Liner running into it, then Belsier. A gap then to Long Sand, and they're followed by Away. And then a very long break in the field to World Bank, dropping out very quickly and going past it, Trip to Bull, and also into the effort is Double Effort as they swing round the turn. Bull and Atazi first run over the jumps at the 500, hit the front, Cruise Liner out after him. They're not in the series first and second when they balance. Nor is Belsier. They might even run the trifecta when they come down towards the second last now. Cruise Liner took the lead from Bull and Atazi, about 3 or 4 lengths to Belsier, followed by Forceful, but coming up towards the last hurdle in the race now. Bull and Atazi and Cruise Liner land together, about 4 lengths to Belsier and then Forceful. Bull and Atazi and Cruise Liner. Bull and Atazi's finding plenty under the whip. Got a length in front of Cruise Liner and then Belsier, and Bull and Atazi's coming clear to win it. Bull and Atazi wins it by over 2 lengths to Cruise Liner. Belsier third, then a long break to Away. First to the International's home, Greg Ryan, followed by Forceful and then Double Effort. They were followed by Vice Like Grip, Long Sand, and then Trip to Bull. Behind those horses to finish in the race was Sir Clint, Steamroller, and then came Apollo Magic well back, and last to finish was World Bank. They'll be on their way, and the second on the program, City of Footscray handicap, hot set approaching the gates, goes in. And they're ready for a start, 1400 the journey. Light goes on. Set. Racing. Natural Wonder a fraction slow to move. Mentat School was slow, and also Saranada out the back, and Quebeau's Daughter in the all-white bounced out in front of Hot Set Happy Features. Moving up Vintage River into fourth placing, followed by Natural Wonder, who's getting going again on the inside with Inveterate, Princess Phoenix on the outside of those. Then a length and a half to Mrs. Select, followed further back by Sly Boots. Getting up along the inside is Strike Report, and they were followed by Blue Set, Rose of Adelaide. 2 to Lara Strella, well back from Saranada and Mentat School. Quebeau's Daughter going out quickly at the 850, led by about 2 lengths to Hot Set Tidal River. Vintage River rather third the outside, then 2 lengths to Natural Wonder, who's fourth the rails, followed by Happy Features, 1.5 Inveterate. She was followed by Sly Boots, Princess Phoenix, a gap then to back behind those Strike Report and Mrs. Selleck niggled at. Well back is Blue Set at the point of the turn, followed by Lara Estrella, Rose of Adelaide, Mentats Girl and Saranada. Quebeau's Daughter led 500 left to go, a length and a half to Hot Set, 2 to Natural Wonder, called on for a run. Vintage River next on the outside, Inveterate pulled out for her effort and a long break to Mrs. Selleck. 300 left to go now, and Hot Set riding confidently has gone up to Quebeau's Daughter, but on the outside now Natural Wonder is closing on Hot Set and Mrs. Selleck from a long way back. It's Natural Wonder and Hot Set together, 100 metres left to go. Natural Wonder put a nose in front, Hot Set fights back. Hot Set running out on top of Natural Wonder, still has a head in front. Hot Set's won it by a neck to Natural Wonder, but ran out badly in the straight. Mrs. Selleck third, Inveterate fourth, and then Princess Phoenix, a long break Blue Set, Lara Estrella, Quebeau's Daughter. In behind those Tidal River Happy Features, and they were trailed in by Strike Report. Well back were Rose of Adelaide, Sly Boots, Saranada and Mentats Girl. Ready to start, the light goes on. Set for a start and away they go. Jumped away to a reasonably good sort of a line. Rossi Edition, Merrymaker, one of the first couple to bounce out. Shock Treatment handy to them with Wildara. Showing pace also, Welcome Tonic down to the inside when they go to the first fence. And over at Joe Pursue out wide with Merrymaker, one of the leaders, with Rossi Edition handy to them. Shock Treatment just behind them from Welcome Tonic, Seas Commander, then Wildara. The Lone Arranger out wide when they swing into the lane for the 5 in the lane. Back behind those horses then is Taclaban, who's getting well back into the body of the field. Foreign Agent is with him. Badon's last of all when they go to the second fence. Oh, and the Frenchman nearly came off Shock Treatment. Done a wonderful job to get back aboard. Really, the horse dipped badly in the middle of the field there. Joe Pursue led at the next fence now from Rossi Edition. Welcome Tonic's in third placing, and they're followed then by, just behind those horses, is Lord of Oakbank when they come to the next fence. From Merrymaker and Tony Fricks come off Welcome Tonic, and the Frenchman's come down. Shock Treatment. Rainer Ulrich of Germany is also out of the race. Lord of Oakbank there, so 3 out of that at the 4th one in the lane. And as they head out of the straight now, Joe Pursue is the leader from Rossi Edition. Taclaban is third, Merrymaker on the outside of him, followed by Seas Command, and then came moving up as the Lone Arranger, followed by Badon and Great Sound together, and then a break to Foreign Agent and Wildara when they go to the first of 4 on the riverside now. 3 of those horses coming to grief in the lane. Now coming up towards the second on the riverside, Joe Pursue led Rossi Edition by a length. Moving up into third placing then, Taclaban for Shinobu Hoshino of Japan. Merrymaker next, Seas Command about 5th the rails, followed then by Great Sound, followed by the Lone Arranger, Wildara next, and then Badon, and a long break to Foreign Agent, who's last of all. Heading out now to the 4th on the riverside. Joe Pursue the leader to Rossi Edition, moving up into second placing over that fence. Taclaban is third, and then came Great Sound getting a bit closer for Jamie Evans of Australia. Seas Command, the American, staying close to the inside. Greg Ryan followed by moving up on the outside, the Lone Arranger with Merrymaker. A gap to Badon, Connor O'Dwyer of Ireland, followed by Wildara and Foreign Agent. Derek Byrne, the leader in the competitions, last of all. As they go to the treble now, and Joe Pursue jumped over the first of 3 in the back, leading by a length and a half to Rossi Edition. At the middle of the treble, Great Sound is third, followed by Taclaban. A break then to followed, moving up is Merrymaker on the outside. And further back then, Badon made a mistake at the last of the treble, lost a bit of ground. With those horses, the Lone Arranger, break to Wildara, and Foreign Agent a very long last. 4 fences left to go now. And Rossi Edition moving up on the outside of Joe Pursue, who's the leader. Great Sound is a handy third, and these have kicked away to Taclaban when they draw towards the third last fence. Jumping that one and booting back is Joe Pursue. Great Sound the middle, and Rossi Edition 3 across the track here. A break of about 6 lengths to Taclaban. He's followed by Seas Commander, then came Wildara, Badon, the Lone Arranger when they go to the second last fence now, and coming around the home turn, Wonder Jump, and Joe Pursue is kicked again strongly, and Joe Pursue leads into the straight. Wonder Jump now from Rossi Edition, third placing held by Great Sound, and then a break to Shinobu Hoshino, who's in 4th placing on Taclaban, and a 4th might even sew up the series for him. Here comes the last fence now. Joe Pursue clears it in front. Great Sound again has made a mistake in 2nd placing. Rossi Edition on the outside, and a gap then to Taclaban and Seas Command. 200 metres left to go, and Joe Pursue still the leader. He's holding a length and a half break now from Rossi Edition. Great Sound battling away strongly, but Joe Pursuit is going to lead virtually all the way. He's coming clear the last bit, and Joe Pursuit will go on and win it by about 4 lengths to Rossi Edition. Great Sound is third, Tacloban fourth, and Shinobu Hoshino might have even won this competition with that fourth placing. Seas Command next, followed by Baydon Waldara, and then a long break in the field to Merrymaker, followed by the Lone Arranger and Foreign Agent last to finish. Stand by for placings. 9 Jopasu leading virtually all the way. Has won in 3:45.8. Set for a start, 1,400 metres a journey. There's the light. Racing, and they've jumped away with Rare Chance, one of the first to bounce out. Secret Girl was away well. The Pushka's Boy is handy to them also when they settle into stride, and Dowie looking for a prominent role. Mr. Athos is with them also. Starlight Spirit settling well back. Through the first 300 they go. Dowie have to doing a little bit of work early to find the lead from Mr. Athos by a length, and Trista Plain is a neck away third. 2 lengths Lapushka's Boy, who's on the rails, followed by Aberidi, and then a length and a half to Rare Chance, Secret Girl. Wonder Light Show, Starlight Spirit, Gueldo and our Watchman on the rails. Down the side, 8.50 to go, and the leader Dowie now length and a half clear from Mr. Athos. Trista playing the rails. Lapushka's Boy taken off the fence so he doesn't get pocketed. Aberidi on the outside of that one when they come to the turn, and Rare Chance pushed wide. Light Show was next sweeping for home, followed by Starlight Spirit, Secret Girl, Gueldo, and last in a packing field is our Watchman. At the top of the straight, Dowie balances for the run home, leading Mr. Athos by 3/4. Trista playing on the rails. Rare Chance has gone up strongly on the outside, pocketing Lapushka's Boy now. Then Light Show followed by Starlight Spirit. At the 350, Dowie the leader, Mr. Athos challenges. Rare Chance under the whip, and Light Show claims them quickly. Lapushka's Boy gone, and Starlight Spirit running on. Rare Chance and Light Show inside the 200. Led Starlight Spirit finishing well. Light Show just has his head in front. Starlight Spirit, Rare Chance trying to reach him. It's Light Show by a neck. Light Show holding on. They hit the line. Bobbing finish. Might be Light Show and no Starlight Spirit. Third, Rare Chance, 2 lengths away. Gueldo's made up some ground fourth. Then Lapushka's Boy, who weakened in the run home. Followed by Trista Plain, now Watchman, Secret Girl, Mr. Athos, Dowie and Aberidi last. Starter on the platform, 1,400, the light goes on. They're set. Racing, and jumped in a pretty fair sort of a line too. Bronze Knight began well, headed off by Taffetabo, Cameronic and Black Blaze have all begun well. Sky just moves to fourth, and then Bronze Knight, followed by Historic Bahrain. Marvin getting well back, followed by De Rivera and Curra, one on the rails last of all. Taffetabo led them now as they settle fully into stride. By about a half a length on the outside is Black Blaze, and 2 lengths to Sky Jest, 1 to Cameronic. A length and a half then to Bronze Knight, the inside of Historic, 2 to Bahrain. Then Marvin, De Rivera, Curra, one last of all, about 12 lengths from the leader. At the 800, Taffetabo by about a neck to Black Blaze and a length and a half to Sky Jest. Cameronic's fourth on the rails approaching the turn, and they're followed then by Bronze Knight and Historic. Back behind them is Bahrain, De Rivera niggled at. Marvin second last, Cara one last. At the point of the turn, they've got a little over 500 to go. Taffetabo just the leader to Black Blaze on his outside. Then came Bronze Knight moving up on the outside of those horses from Cameronic. Further back in the field is Marvin as Black Blaze strode to the front at the 400. Kicked out by 2 lengths now to Cameronic going to second. Bronze Knight under the whip third. Marvin finishing fairly near the inside. Clark says go at the 250. Black Blaze scoots by 3 lengths now to Bronze Knight. Finishing well, Cara one down the outside. Cameronic battling on. Here Earl of Sackford to come forward. Toy Image standing well out in barrier 18. Bellagliese and Earl of Sackford the last two down the straight 1,000 metres. Bellagliese goes in. Earl of Sackford to come up one from the outside. Field of 20. Lines in. Field ready. Set to go. Bay and Boundary reared a little. Settled. Zettergale standing well. Light goes on. Corinna Queen a little edgy. Racing. Zettergale jumped well, so did St Helen. Philly Mignon began okay. Shazetta Fraction, Slow Aspect Star jumped all right, and so did Kilkee Swingtown. Bay and Boundary and Simplex towards the grandstand. Bellagliese and Earl of Sackford are coming out there on their own, and through the first 200 metres now, Simplex showing plenty of early dashes. One of the leaders down towards the inside. Going up to tackle it though on the outside, Swingtown and Aspect Star. Wider out, Zettergale in the forefront, St Helen on her outside. Stays K just behind them, followed by Stop the Silence. Maygar's Hill out wide. Then came Shazette, followed by Philly Mignon on the grandstand side. Horses led by Earl of Sackford, but I don't think they're in the hunt. 300 metres left to go now. And here it's Non-Pareils and Aspect Star. Zettergale in the middle and St Helen 4 wide from Stop the Silence. It's Aspect Star taking the lead. Halls had to go for the whip on Zettergale. Then St Helen and Stop the Silence finishing well. Zettergale and Aspect Star. Stop the Silence over the top, racing a bit greenly. Zettergale grabbed by Stop the Silence, and Stop the Silence got up to beat Zettergale along neck. Third Aspect Star, St Helen fourth, then Non-Pareils, followed in by Shazette, and back behind those horses to finish was Salmon Shan, followed by Corinna Queen, and Stays K with those, followed by Kilkee Swingtown and Simplex. Further back to finish was Philly Mignon, and then Night Escapades, followed by Maygar's Hill. And they're off and racing. Sir Agrafo slow to move from the machine, and one of the first out, Ruffino Doug's Hope, and there's Time Off beginning very quickly from the outside stall. Budding Haggard direct mail away well, and so was Via Magnum earlier, and now we're nicely positioned on the rails as they head towards the turn out of the straight. Reputed has about 6 or 7 behind him at the 2200 metre mark, and a good charge for the lead here, with Doug's Hope slipping through between runners to find the lead from Time Off and Budding Haggard. Then Ruffino fourth, the inside from Via Magnum, and direct mail trap 3 wide to the Riverside. 2 lengths Anawa, 1 to Vendetta Bay, a length and a half to Silver Astro, 2 Reputed. They were being followed then by My Court Jewel and Silver Peak together. Be Reasonable next, followed by Tornich, and then there was a long break behind those to Montmatic and Sir Agrafo, the trailer at the 1800, and Doug's Hope the leader by a neck to Budding Hackett. A length and a half direct mail moving to third, Ruffino the rails, and Time Off the outside. Then about a length to Via Magnum. He's followed 3/4 to Vendetta Bay, 1 and a half Anawa. Silver Astro behind it, followed by Reputed, and they were trailed 2 lengths away by Silver Peak. Be Reasonable and My Court Jewel the outside, 1 and a half to Tornich, and then a break of about 5 lengths to Sir Agrafo and Montmatic. About 1300 metres left to go now, and up in the leading division here it's Budding Hackett over on the inside, and direct mail now the 2 leaders, 1200 left to go. By 2 lengths to Doug's Hope, 3/4 Ruffino, 1 to Time Off, 1 to Vendetta Bay, Via Magnum. On Hour was next when they raced past Chiquita Lodge, and they were trailed then 2 lengths away by Reputed. Silver Astro the rails, and then My Court Jewel, Be Reasonable, Tornich. A long break then to Silver Peak under pressure. Sir Agrafo next, and Montmatic the trailer. Down the side they race now, and they've got about 800 metres left to go, and here's a charge up in front again. Doug's Hope charges around them to hit the front to Budding Hackett and direct mail. Then Ruffino followed by an Hour, edging closer, travelling well before the turn. Via Magnum over on the rails, being ridden along at this stage, and Reputed makes ground out wide, followed by Silver Peak, and back behind those horses was making up ground Tornich, and then Be Reasonable. Into the straight, 500 left to go, and Vendetta Bay hit the front now. On Hour out to challenge behind it, followed then by Reputed. Tornich running on, Ruffino battling away, then Silver Astro, 350 to go now, and it's Vendetta Bay. He's pulled the whip, but an Hour travelling very well. Ryder had a long look around, 3 lengths back behind them is Reputed and Tornich. An Hour hit the front at the 200 of Vendetta Bay. Tornich and Reputed trying to reach an Hour, who broke away at the 100 by 2 lengths now. He's pulled the whip, an Hour to keep it going, and it's got it well won from Tornich and Vendetta Bay. An Hour easily, Tornich second, Vendetta Bay third, just in front of Reputed, then Be Reasonable. A long break Ruffino, Silver Astro, My Court Jewel, Via Magnum struggled home, followed by Budding Hackett, and then Doug's Hope. A long break to Time Off. Ready for the final event. Light goes on. Hand away. Intent Gaze began quickly towards the inside. Malt's Pride quickly out looking for the lead. Miss Moneybags jumped well. Harrapin J are up there, and so too Love You Perth and Iron Gloves. Trapine Queen drifting back looking for a trail. Zamalong going forward. Tropical Nights has about 6 or 7 behind her now, and Malt's Pride found the lead now with about 1700 to go. Led 2 lengths Harrapin J. Zamalong, Miss Moneybags and Iron Gloves trapped out wide. Then Intent Gaze followed by Love You Perth. About a length and a half to Libya, who races outside Trapine Queen in the centre. Tropical Nights to rails, a length and a half to Garwini. She's followed by Ella Guila, and back behind them Paradise Princess, and Amy's Wish was last of all, about 10 from the leader. 1300 to go. Malt's Pride carts them along with a length break over Harrapin Jaya. Zamalong over on the outside, and Miss Moneybags fourth the rails. Iron Gloves trapped out wide still. Love You Perth the middle, 3/4 away, and one to Intent Gaze in the middle of the field. Garwini next to the outside, and they were being followed then by Libya, who's over on the outside travelling wide around Trapine Queen. Tropical Nights on the fence has 3 behind her. They're Ella Guila, Amy's Wish and Paradise Princess. 900 left to go now, and Harrapin J had moved up to join Malt's Pride in the lead. Rather Zamalong on the outside of Malt's Pride, who kicks away now at the 800 again and led by a length. About a length and a half to Iron Gloves, and Harrapin J is fourth, and they were followed then by Love You Perth, Garwini out wide, Miss Moneybags the rails. Intent Gaze off the fence trying to get a run through between runners, and then Trapine Queen and Libya. Tropical Nights well back around the home turn, being hard ridden from Amy's Wish, Ella Guila and Paradise Princess. Malt's Pride led at the 500 metre mark, kicked out by 2 to Miss Moneybags and Iron Gloves the outside. Tropical Night saved ground running on near the inside, and they were followed then by Love You Perth. Intent Gaze under pressure, and Trapine Queen running on. Malt's Pride is the leader at the 300, but Miss Moneybags races up quickly. Now Iron Gloves coming at it, and now Trapine Queen is finishing quickly down the outside with Intent Gaze. It's Iron Gloves, Amy's Wish darting through in the middle, and Trapine Queen out wide. Amy's Wish and Trapine Queen wide apart. Trapine Queen doing better. Trapine Queen beat Amy's Wish. Third is close between Iron Gloves and Paradise Princess, which went on. Then came Intent Gaze, Ella Guila, Love You Perth and Malt's Pride, followed behind them by Tropical Nights. And then there was a break to Harrapin Jaya and Libya, followed in by Garwini, Miss Moneybags and Zamalong, one of the last to finish.
Mean feet.